Welcome to this meditation, channeled by Sananda Kumara. Please find a comfortable position with your back straight. Close your eyes and connect with your body. Before we begin, we advise you to set an intention from your heart for this experience. Repeat with me, mentally or if possible out loud. I allow myself to be open to love. I allow myself to be in the present moment. I allow myself to connect with my body. I allow my energy to flow freely. I am here and now. Take 3 deep breaths and get ready. The channeled meditation is about to begin. I wish you a beautiful journey.
Every time you try too hard, it will escape through your hands. Every moment that you believe there is required effort in the linear time, every moment you try to force too much and control things, you lose the point of understanding that you already is. It is never about trying or forcing, it's about recognizing and allowing. Allowing what is not is, so it moves away, so you can allow what already is. It is not about forcing things or controlling. It's about recognizing and allowing. This is the moment where linearity of thought, where the human understanding is incapable to fully grasp the beauty of I am. Language fails in recognition of the simplicity of I am. Can you allow all the movements of commitment is about sustaining and maintaining this presence, this allowing that flows. Because what you are does not demand effort. The only movement is to stop forcing. Is to sustain a recognition that perpetuates itself and go back to the center. And to remain in the center is effortless, is an overflow. It cannot be contained. What you really are just overflow from you, is effortless. But in your imagination, if you have a concept what you should be, you try and force it. You will pretend once again. And spirituality to you will be to use a mask. A mask of the me that overflows. And then there is effort. Because again, you're not recognizing your true self. A natural overflow is the divine order. How does it happen? You need to recognize who you are. is only through a beautiful and profound understanding of your nature, a deep and profound allowing of what you are not, recognizing all the pain and suffering caused by this misalignment in your incarnations that keeps repeating itself in cycles in your existence. How can you recognize all of this in order to go back to a beautiful state of flow? The flow is overwhelming. And if there is a effort, it is on repressing and holding back your true form. It's trying to contain your overflow. The conditionings is part of a personality. The addictions is part of a personality. It's not about repressing or fighting it. It's about allowing it, loving it, and guiding it. As when it is guided, you go back to the majesty of the flow. You flow with the divine energy. You allow the stream, the powerful stream of life, to guide those conditionings upward. It's not a challenge. It's not a fight. It is all prejudice on your mind. It's just about allowing, recognizing, and overflowing. And in this overflowing, we become a force of nature. We just are. And there is the awareness, the consciousness that is always present, guiding back to the center when the mind and its old addictions and thoughts come in the way. When the body and its old conditionings go astray, you bring back to the center. The consciousness, the awareness is always there, bringing back to the center. Is an effortless movement. As in the center there is joy and ecstasy, there is the overflowing. If there is a struggle, if there is fighting, if there is resistance, you are not understanding it completely. Of course, there is parts of you that desires the struggle and desires the pain and desires the attraction, not because it is its highest potential, but because it is addicted to it, it is used to it, and we go back to it as its old me, a false center, a corrupted small self that cannot understand the beauty of I am. So there is no struggle, there is no fight, there is just recognition and allowing. Allowing the small me and all its behaviors. Because it's only through understanding and a profound love that you can guide out of it. And becomes easier and easier as it goes back to the center. And it is joy and beauty in your existence. Everywhere life will flow beautifully to you. But then there is this small part that wishes to go back to that safe unpleasantness, and then you go and guide it back to the center. So recognize that it is guiding is effortless. It's just a beautiful presence. surrendering, allowing, and with a beautiful perception and understanding the clarity of I am, it manifests beautifully a narrative that enhances the beauty of I am everywhere, all at once, so that old behaviors and patterns becomes obsolete as you can guide beautifully. And in this guidance there is a easiness, there is a beauty. Oh, but I suffer. There is suffering in my body. There is pain in me. What should I do? Allow it. Connect to it. Enhance it by the beautiful narrative. Allow it to become one once again. Breathe it out of your system. How can you become one once again if you resist, if you struggle, if you wish it were otherwise? Oh, why it has to be like this? Oh, this is not what I want to be. Oh, what I am like this. Oh, allow me to be different, God divine. This is not the way. You are the divine. How can you ask help from the divine to allow yourself to be? This is for you to decide. This is your journey. This is your recognition. This is you going back to the source. This is you remembering and going back home. This is you fully manifesting the divine in this realm of possibility. This is your journey. This is your incarnation, manifestation. You are the only one that needs to guide. This will not come from the divine, as you are a part of the divine recognizing itself. This is up to you. You're always receiving help. You're always being guided back to the source. But the movement must be done in you, inside of you, at every given moment. Every renewal of all of creation. It's you to decide. You are the guide. You are the creator. You are the manifester. So remember, if there is fight and struggle, what am I resisting? Why am I not aware and in recognition to guide the beauty of the flow? Why a part of me is choosing struggle and conflict when it is unnecessary and obsolete, as I am aware? Conflict is for those that are not awakened, and they wish it to learn through pain and suffering. For those who are awakened, life is a flow of beauty. As in awareness, we guide back to the center and the flow. What do you wish to be? The awakened that flows with life and its beauty, or the unaware that suffers and destroys and corrupts itself in the unawareness? There is beauty in this you, as it is learning and growth. But what form of beauty you wish to become? This is for you and only you to decide. If you want to go back to karma and suffering, or you want to remain in dharma and awareness, in a pure state of consciousness that guides and understands in the beauty of I am. This is for you to decide. In this moment, all that you are is pure potential. Which potential you want to manifest moment to moment, iteration after iteration of this beautiful matrix of existence, as every pulsation of the eternal consciousness of I am, you can be reborn as you are fully aware and understand. You are free to wish it, desire, or just to allow and be selfless and overflow. It is for you to recognize the pain and suffering that resides in your body. It is for you to understand the beauty of honesty with yourself. That is for you to master the ability of love all the time, every given moment. It is for you to have mastery over your soul and recognize the pain and suffering as an alert when you stray away from the center. They are your guardrails of life. They are here to teach you when you go far from the center. So see them as vessels of beauty as they bring you back to the center. Allow it. Embrace it as fast as possible in recognition if you want to remain in the center. To be in the center is to be one with I am, is to be the divine consciousness fully manifested, is to be in heaven in the state of unicity and integrality, is the fulfillment of your soul. And every small thing that you desire is in recognition of I am. Can you become one? Can you allow and guide to the center? So become aware of everything that is alive in you all the time. Flow with it. Embrace it. Stop denying it. Stop running away from it. Try to cover it with things, ideas. You have to recognize who you are. Stop pretending. Stop faking it. It has no point in your journey. It's about allowing it, recognizing it, and becoming free. What do you want to be? What you wish to become? At every moment, all the doors are open to you if you are open to them. Can you recognize the beauty? Can you flow with light? Can you stop pretending that you understand what you do not understand, so you can start the journey of understanding? Can you be free of the pain and suffering of not understanding or being lost? Can you allow the suffering of being lost so you can become fully aware? Can you stop pretending that you know and that you understand things when you do not? This is the moment of clarity. Can you recognize the pain and suffering of feeling lost and stray Because if you do not embrace this sensation in you, the door that opens the true clarity and understanding will remain closed as long as you remain in this state. And then pain will visit you and confusion will guide you instead of life and love and clarity and understanding. So open the door of ignorance and surrender to it. Allow yourself to be a no entity and be free of the small me that pretends all the time to know so much, but it knows so little. Can you really be free? Can you allow it? Can you become it? In this profound and beautiful understanding, new doors will be open to you. As in the joyful occasion of recognition, things start to flow back into place. In a real profound understanding will be manifested to take place of the old fake knowledge and understanding. So create space for the beauty of I am everywhere in your soul. So this is the true me, a selfless entity that can become everything, everywhere, in all time and space. And this is your true form. Only in this recognition you can become. So visit the ignorance and allow it. As in this ignorance, there is the flow of a new me that is selfless. Every situation that arises, every moment that we are faced with the destruction of the old, we can sense life becoming something new. And there is an aspect of us that wants to hold close to our heart what once were, as we misunderstand the clarity and the beauty of rebirth in life, because we were taught and addicted to the idea that our safety comes from outside and those things that we so fondly grow attached to it. It may be difficult to understand the letting go. It may be hard to recognize the pain and suffering that comes with this holding on to. And you may misunderstand completely what is going on. And you may say, but I am suffering. It is painful. And it is not the transformation. It's you holding on to things that are not meant to be in your life anymore. The suffering and pain comes from you attaching, holding to a false sense of security. The clarity in understanding this is the one that will open the doors for ecstasy and pleasure in renovation and rebirth. When we grow attached to old things, we cannot change, we cannot transform, and we create pain and friction and suffering in our life as we keep opening and closing doors constantly, in the limbo, in the between, not opening the new, not closing the old. And there is so much pain in this space of resistance. So the pain and suffering is not about the new, it's not about the change, it's not about the renovation, but about your attachment. It's about you resisting your own consciousness, flowing to new levels and manifesting new realities. And you are trying to go back to an old state of consciousness and old energies, preventing yourself to expand and grow. Recognize that all the pain and suffering in your life will come from this state. The natural pain in life comes and goes easy and fast, but all the pain that remains in the suffering, it is attachment and a choice. And you will grow old and suffer, and there is so much loss of energy, and you will cannibalize yourself and will slowly definite and becomes an empty vessel. Nothing of I am will remain, and your heart will stop and your body will shut down. This is the pain of the ones that suffer, because life and death is only a cycle for those who attach themselves to their form. So there is only one way to them, and this way is rebirth in a new temple. If you keep attaching yourself to things in this journey, eternity will never arrive to you. Understand that eternity is the mastery of rebirth, of allowing, of recognition, of guiding. So please understand this, that all the suffering and pain comes from you choosing to hold security and safety in the falseness of materiality. How can you outgrow this pretense, this illusion of safety that is never manifested outside of you? How can you outgrow this bizarre idea that your destiny and the things that belongs to you needs to hold them? You don't need to hold to your destiny. That is a very bizarre human concept. Your destiny cannot escape you, as you and your destiny is one. If something is going away from your destiny, it's because it's not supposed to be there, or because you're misaligned. So it's not about holding to that thing outside of you, but aligning yourself in the middle, in the center. So how can that bizarre concept and idea guide you anywhere other than astray? There is no such thing. If you are in the center, life will change. If you deny the change because you are afraid of destiny, you are misaligning. Your old self in old frequencies and vibrations and attachments had a destiny that was very predictable, as was a linear being. And linear beings die and suffer because that is their choice. If that's what you want to create with the divine, be very much aware of your choices. If you want to be free and guided from the center and the divine, your destiny will never escape you, as it comes from your alignment. And your life is a constant rebirth in the center. Understand this once and for all and let go of attachments. If you keep holding to old paths, ways, and decisions, you are choosing death and the end of life, as life flows as one with the divine. So please, my beloved ones, it's time to recognize this and become fully awake to it. It's time for you to understand that life can only guide you to more life and beauty. And that is the only destiny that matters. If you think otherwise, you're holding to illusion. You're choosing to die, to grow old in this attraction where you keep closing and open doors and failing miserably to enjoy life. And life will not happen to you. It will be misery, a struggle, a fight. How many other ones go through the same process? How can I am be fully manifested in you if you keep choosing those things? It cannot be, my friends, it cannot be. You have to choose carefully what I want to be. Oh my God, how easy it is to choose to be in life. Be in the center. Be joyful in all occasions as you understand this. Why, oh why, I ever hold on and attach it to something? It was completely unnecessary. And this realization comes with a singular understanding that your safety, your existence will never come out of materiality. Your safety, your existence can only come from the pure state of consciousness. And this is eternity. Can you understand that this is the power of the new earth? Can you recognize that all the attachments and the pain and suffering that they bring to your existence is your choice? And if you want to create the new earth, it's time to understand and choose with absolute clarity and understanding. And definitely stay forever in the center of the vortex. We are all waiting for you as you decide. As I recognize this, it is giving to me the choice and the opportunity to be free. A freedom that transcends all materiality, all desires and wishes. A freedom that comes from my state of being in completeness. It has the taste and the flavor of going back home, and can only be manifested in me as I choose. And I choose wisely, because I have been in the school of suffering. I have visited pain many times, and I understand that it's only guiding me to this moment. Always guiding me back home, back to totality. And because I have been so many times, eons, in suffering and destruction, I have clarity of my choice and understanding what I want. And I choose this because I see the beauty of I am in everything that comes to my life more and more. And I choose this because I want to manifest and create the new earth, not only inside of me, but everywhere around me, so many others has the same opportunity to outgrow the pain and suffering of addiction to attachment. And I will always visit eternity inside of me, and I will be in the center in eternity if my consciousness that always awake and aware will guide me back to it. That is my desire, that is my wish, that is my choice, that is my free will. I remain in the center. I choose to be in I am. I choose eternity. I choose consciousness. I choose love. I choose completeness. This is who I am. Maybe now more than ever, it's easy for you to see your body with a different perspective. Maybe now more than ever, you can choose a different path for your own feeling. How can you guide every system inside of you back to fruition? If there is any uncomfortable sensation or suffering in your system, it's easy to recognize, and you can fully comprehend what it's bringing to you. Can you recognize this and allow it to become something different? Please visualize yourself beautifully surrounded by light and love. And there is so much light and love that you can feel it with your hands. Is a density of light and love, strong, powerful. And allow all this light and love to go inside your cells. Allow it to go inside your bloodstream. Allow it to go inside of your bones, of your organs. Allow this light and love to go everywhere inside of you, so there is no more pain and suffering. It is so intense that inside of you it liquefies everything. Life and love is the only thing that remains in your system. Can you recognize this? Life and love in your stream, in your blood. Now visualize yourselves receiving inside of them all this beautiful love. It is a liquid that goes inside every part of your body. Can you become aware of this? Can you recognize this and sense yourselves receiving this gift? It is inside your brain, in your neurons everywhere inside of you. Allow it to be part, to integrate every small aspect. When it goes inside your neurons, it makes it easy to change them. They will become very different. Now your neurons are back to their potential. There is no more black spots in your brain. You may have some memory loss, and it's good. Why to remember what has no point to remain inside, huh? If you forget people and events, let it be. Those neurons are going back to full potential. What is required to remain, it will remain. Just trust love. Now allow it to go inside your spine. Feel it go into your medulla. And there is very old information there. There is a powerful sense of me in your spine. It gives you the backbone, the strength to deal with life. It gives you structure. But how can you have structure in the old me that closes itself and all the doors, huh? So go inside, deep, profound in your spine. And allow to change the me that resides the body. It is me, it's the me of I am. This me is the me that flows free and very much aware of everything all the time. It is a very dense liquid of love and light. It gets mixed up, confused with your spine, and your spine itself becomes love and light. There is stuff in your spine since you were born. And only this very powerful, strong love and life can change it. It is removing all the pain and suffering. Old memories and attachments. And every idea that you have about dying and disease. So strange, these humans, huh? Why to choose this? Let it go to... I don't need to die and suffer. How bizarre it is. When I am majestic as the divine. I let go of this addiction. If I change form and shape, it's because I'm tired. And I want to have fun in a different way. So let go of this bizarre idea that I will die, grow old. No, this is not for me. I am beyond. I am life itself. And it's all in your spine. To grow old in your spine. Because your spine has an endless supply of new life. But if you put the information there that you die and suffer, you die and suffer. So allow this powerful cocktail of love and light to cleanse your spine. See it being cleansed, so beautiful. And they are removing some stuff from you too. You can see them removing stuff. They are taking stuff. There is so much stuff. Why do you have so much stuff in your spine? Allow it to be removed. Don't hold to them. They will just make you suffer. Remember, it's pure love and light. Only love and light come from love and light. As you open more stuff, they will remove old stuff, very old stuff. Why so much stuff in you? They will change your life desires because why? You're different now. You don't need the same things. That was the old addicted to pain me, huh? The one that suffered. Let go of it. Now your spine looks beautiful. I like it. Much more interesting. Maybe a little bit in the bottom. Yes, I like it more. Much more interesting now. More life. Beautiful. Now your desires will manifest in a new way, huh? Remember this. Oh my God, remember this. You are not the same, huh? You are changed. Changed people once changed things. Oh, it's very clear, easy to understand. Don't lie to yourself about it, I recognize it. And now I ask you how it is to have a spine. Have you ever really felt your spine like today? It's a very weird sensation for someone that never felt its spine. And there's so much power there. Have you ever recognized it and say thank you, spine, for being so powerful? Maybe it's time to say it for the first time in your existence, huh? Thank you, spine, for being so powerful all this time, and I never truly felt you and recognized the power of you in me. Wow, you are amazing. It's very good to have a spine. I can stand up. Wow, thank you, spine. You are amazing. Thank you, body, for recognizing my commands, to embracing all the love and light. Wow, I can sense it everywhere. Huh? Beautiful. Now just feel that it starts to go out from your body, all this love and light, because it's growing to all of your cells, everything. As if you are transpirating love and light. And you're cleansed and you're beautiful. It's pure beauty in you now, eh? Can you sense the destruction of pain and suffering is obsolete, huh? Now remain this state. You can choose, of course, yes, you're free. I allow myself to be free, and I choose to remain free of the idea of attachment. I outgrow the suffering. Yay! As we receive this beautiful, amazing message, and all the friends and family that comes to bless us with their love and understanding of life itself, let's recognize that everything that was residing in us has the opportunity to be transformed. Allow yourself to be free of the old me as it becomes reborn in you. I choose and allow to be free of the old me as it is reborn inside of me as a being of love and light. I allow myself to be free of the old me as it is reborn in love and light. I choose and allow myself to be free of the old me as it is reborn inside of me in love and light. Now it's time to open the gate in your heart and allow the sensation that you felt so many times of your heart temple to emanate to this gate to you here now, and feel the frequency of the crystal of unicity, and feel the unified self fully manifesting in this body, in this temple right here, right now, integrating the center of your mind with the mind of the divine in the center of creation. The roots and the base of this temple with the roots and the base of creation, that sphere that surrounds everything. Feel this unification, the base of your body with the base of creation, the center of your mind with the center of creation. And feel these energies integrating in your heart. And you become one. And when you do that, you become eternity. You become endless. and you overcome any idea or conception of separation, male and female, negative and positive. Everything is just the consciousness and the presence of I am, eternity, and you are home. When you go back home, you ignite in the bones, in your marrow, the frequency of the new earth. And is more powerful now as love and light transform it even more, this beautiful sensation. And you can sense your spine as you never felt before, and you can sense in it the new earth, giving you support. And allow the unicity, the eternity in the new earth to be a singular sensation in you. When you do that, you open a gate and are transformed and transported to a space and time where the new earth is absolutely and completely manifested. How does it feel to be absolutely in the new earth? Feel the safety, the ecstasy, the sensation of joy, the harmony, the synchronicity, the beauty. Feel the ecstasy of the new earth. Feel that amazing sensation that you are eternal. There is no need to rush anything. You just enjoy every single moment. And you know that beautiful things are coming to you all the time. Bring this sensation to your emotions and feelings and sensations everywhere in you. Feel your foot on the ground, the wind in your skin, the smell in the air, the taste in your mouth, the sensation in your heart, the vitality pulsating in your body, your spine so alive, your brain full of clarity and calmness, your body in ecstasy. Feel the new earth, it's so amazing. And then bring it to here, coalesce it in this body as a huge temple. Bring it back to this body, this shape and form at this moment. And your atoms immediately recognize your wish and desire. And all the atoms around your body recognize immediately your wish and desire. And immediately all of creation receives this powerful wave as you emanate beautifully this frequency. And our energies becoming one multiply thousands of times as a huge wave of transformation around the system. And this amazing, beautiful wave awaken others that are already pointing in this direction. And they multiply more and more. And it is a wave of pure love, joy, and ecstasy. And the new earth becomes so bright inside all of them. And you sense the core of the planet doing the same with us. And thousands and thousands and thousands of crystalline entities, consciousness inside crystals in the core of the planet, celebrating and honor this decision. And so many elemental forces joining us. And the new earth is very much alive. It is strong. It is very powerful. Now that you are making and manifesting the new earth so beautifully, give yourself a gift today. Visualize yourself doing something amazing that is absolutely free of pain, guilt. You feel so alive, and there is so much joy, and it is effortless. You're just enjoying a beautiful sensation. Maybe something as simple as a sunset. Doesn't matter what it is, how big or small. Allow it to feel deeply. In this beautiful state, recognize that you are an avatar of the divine, a pillar that unifies everything. Recognize the center of creation. Recognize the borders. Recognize that you are as big as creation and unify everything. And you do this out of your love and consciousness, deciding, choosing to be unified again. You are a divine child, fully incarnated in consciousness, co-creating with the divine, sacred consciousness of I Am. And you are co-creating the new earth. You're co-creating your beautiful existence. You're co-creating the beauty of the universe itself. As this radiant energy grows everywhere by the power of our choice here and now. And I invite you to co-create realities and worlds of beauty, of love, of joy and ecstasy and creation, overflowing love and consciousness everywhere. And let's allow this to begin here now with our vision and decrees. As you understand the amazing ability that you have to bring eternity inside creation, with your thoughts and your emotions, you are creating realities and aligning to frequencies. You have the power and ability to create this cycle. Let's choose carefully what we want to manifest and create by visualizing ourselves anchoring these choices along this journey. And in the end of this day, let's visualize ourselves celebrating our success in maintaining and sustaining our choice. If you understand the glory of I Am that overflows through you and the beauty of your creations in this journey, let's together declare out loud. So be it and so it is, because this is my will, the will of divine sacred consciousness, divine sacred presence, manifested right here, right now in this earth, through this face and temple of I am. So be it and so it is, so be it and so it is, so be it and so it is. Gratidão, gratidão, gratidão.